Alright, so I figured I'd start out this video with showing you the biggest knife that I own. And that is gonna be the Spyderco Bug. This is the biggest, meanest tactical knife that I currently own. Alright, I'm just messing with you. Alright, Mr. Man here. Figured I'd make another one of these knife collection updates. Everyone seems to like them, you know, so why not roll with what the people like, alright? Get us out of the way real first. The case is a Pelican 1450 case. A lot of people are asking that in my previous video, so I figured I'd just get that, clear the air of that. I have a separate video on this case if you want to check that out, and I'll also put a link in the description in case you want to go check these guys out. Really good for storing knives or whatever you want. Anyway, not an infomercial. So, I went through and organized all this the other day. Excuse me. And I always seem to sniff in my videos. I went through and organized all this. Semi-organized, little trashy on the top, but we'll knock all this garbage out first, and then we'll get to the meat and potatoes here. So, not a knife. I know everyone's going to be like, the first knife you showed wasn't a knife, but this is actually a Boker balisong trainer. I've been having a lot of fun with this recently. If you're into butterfly knives, this, at least from my experience, man, I can't do that really well here. This is a good option as far as a trainer goes. We have a... Well, I was going to show you at first. The Cold Steel Voyager XL. Really big beast of a knife. This is actually the biggest one that I own as far as holders go. 4.5 inch blade, I believe it is. Tri-lock VG10 steel, I think. I think it's VG10 that they use on here. I might be wrong. I originally bought this as a substitute for carrying a firearm around, and I realized this is actually a bit too big. So, I know, fancy that. Mr. Might saying a knife's too big. And then I already shown you the Spyderco Bug. This was actually gotten for me, purchased by my brother for my birthday like a year or two ago, and I actually forgot about it. I was actually thinking what I should do is use the Spyderco Bug as like a lanyard for the Voyager. That'd be kind of funny. We have ourselves a Schrade Viper OTF spring assisted. These are legal in most areas that double action OTFs or any sort of automatic knife is not, because these are spring assisted. Obviously, I don't want to be a test case on one of these guys, but in Michigan, since autos are legal, you know, it's perfectly fine to carry this around, although it could technically fall under a, come on, the double-edged no stabbing, no non-double folding, double-edged non-folding stabbing instrument, dear Lord, since it is double-edged. And double-edged knives are still illegal in Michigan. At least to carry. Spyderco, Spartan Blades Enyo. One of the 3 fixed blades I own. Well, I might have like some cheap piece of garbage, but one of the good ones. It's the Enyo folder. Nice little fixed blade. S35VN, sorry. Good little kind of hideaway blade. And if I can get back in the sheath, dear Lord. Really, really good. Spartan makes some really good knives. I want to get one of their full-size like daggers, but you know, I don't really have a use for it. And then we have the Kershaw, what I call the gay onion, and if that offends you, I mean, it's funny, so laugh. It's Kershaw Leak and Rainbow. This was a factory second that I bought. It's still kind of a cool little fun knife. I posted a picture of this and my Phantom Steelwork Skinwalker up on Instagram. They kind of go hand in hand, being the rainbowed. I mean, you probably get like tons of fingerprints. Look, ooh, look at my face. Come on, I'm trying to get a fingerprint there. Anyway. Oh, and then you have the Guardfighter OTF Spike. Just cool little novelty. Kind of, you're not really going to carry this for anything, but, you know, it's just fun to have. Oh, I have some knives hanging around my desk here. You want to check those out. This is a Kershaw Emerson, I think it's a CQC 1K BS. This is BS. It's some designation. Little Emerson waved. They go for like $17. Good little knife. This is kind of a box opening knife that I use. It just sits around my desk and I just use it to open up packages. And then a Ganzo, I can't remember the exact designation on this. G719. 440C, really cheap auto, but solid. I mean, this is thick. It is thick, boy. Thick automatic. Heavy weight. And for like sub $20, I mean, yeah, I'm like, I can't get it in the screen because I'm like sitting off to the side of the camera. Deal with it. Ew, I almost cut myself. All right, now, oh wait, we're not getting the case yet. Hold up, hang on. Fixed blades. This is a Cold Steel Kaboom. Yep, first fixed blade, first knife I actually really bought. Don't carry it because, you know, folders are way better. And then we have another Cold Steel GI Tanto. Another cold steel GI Tanto, another cold steel GI Tanto, massive beast of a knife. This might actually be bigger than the Voyager, but this is a fixed blade, so Voyager still wins as far as folders go. No, I'm not on drugs. That's what everyone said in my previous knife collection video. This guy's on drugs. I'm not on drugs. I have had caffeine today, and oh, my fingers, nothing on my fingers, because silica acid, boys. That's what it was not my bone, you idiots. Oh, I should show, okay, we're not getting to the case yet, hang on. We're still showing knives, but this is my current EDC. Benchmade Ruckus 2. Fastest automatic that I own. This thing snaps with authority. Bwang! Bwang? Look how thick that is. Those handle scales, the thickness. If you need a tactical auto, this is it. I'm not a big fan of safety though, but you know, it is what it is. And then the other knife that I have on me right now is just a, is it the Victorinox Cadet? Cadet? I think this is a Cadet. Is it? Probably. I don't remember. Yeah, probably. Nice little subjoint knife. Dang, it's getting hot, and we haven't even started this yet. All right, so now getting into the knives, okay? Hey, you've been seeing knife content, all right? All right, deal with it, okay? We're getting into the case now, okay? Don't complain. Click off the video if you want to. Woo! I've arranged these sort of by category, but the top row here is knives that I only have like one of the brand. I don't have multiples in the brand, so it's just kind of, you know, one-offs. They don't fit anywhere. But first three are the holy trinity, the trifecta. At least back when I started buying knives, as you have your Strider, your Hinder, and your Sebenza. So this is a Strider SNG in flat dark earth, tiger stripe blade, or bead blast tiger stripe. You have your flame anodized lock side. I was disappointed and sad when I heard that Strider went out of business, at least as far as the production knives go. I think they still make some customs, but Striders are really good. This is one of my most played with knives. Awesome, awesome knife, awesome action. Love the click it makes. I was going to buy a second one of these guys and then found out that they don't make them anymore. But yeah, now Hinder has ramped up production like crazy. It's Hinder XM18, 3.5 inch. And they've ramped up their production a lot. And Hinders, I don't have one of the modern productions. This is one of the not pre-productions, but when they were still $700. So now they're down to like $425, and that's a good price for them. As long as the quality is the same. I mean, Hinders are just, they feel like glass when you're opening and closing them. They're really good. Definitely recommend looking into one, especially for the price now. I kind of wish I would have got one other than the blue and the Warncliffe blade, but they were kind of hard to find. And hey, gives me an excuse to buy another knife, right? Here you have your Chris Reeve Sebenza, or 21. Mine's the Damascus blade, and I can't remember the exact wood that I got. I want to say it's snakewood, but I'm probably wrong with that. But still, the Damascus and the wood and then the gold accents just looks awesome. And I took the lanyard off mine just because, you know. And then the lanyard pin. I know the lanyard pins don't lock in there. It just kind of fell out. So I'm like, I can't find a box for this. So it's just going in the box. It's going in the case. But yeah, really nice looking knife. This, I've actually accidentally thrown this onto the ground before. Like the one day I carried it. Because normally I don't carry this one. The one day I carried it, I went to pull it out of my pocket to show my brother. Threw it on the floor. That was funny. But hey, you buy knives to use them. One of the nicest knives I actually own that I don't carry is the Phantom Steelworks Skinwalker. Kind of hard to open up. I wanted it just for a novelty. It's easy to stab your wrist if you do that. Someone's gonna flag this now for self-harm. I'm not, okay? Okay, don't do it. Please don't flag the video. This is an awesome looking knife. Thick titanium. There's still a Phantom Steelworks Skinwalker on Blade HQ for sale, but it's like over $1,000, okay? It looks a little bit nicer than this, though. It's not flame anode, but it's blue and stuff, and it looks cool, and the murdered out finish on these guys is awesome. I actually bought this off a guy off eBay who just needed some extra cash, and he was selling it. And I was like, I will take good care of it for you, boy. Next one is a Warren Thomas Baby Bushido prototype. This one's nice. It has a titanium blade, so this thing weighs nothing. Okay, it literally weighs negative ounces. It's just awesome. You have that anodized, kind of anodized blade, carbonized edge, because titanium won't hold an edge unless it's carbonized. Lime Zombie G10 scale. I love the texturing on that guy. Side here, all titanium lock side. Lock over travel is actually a Disca G10. Just kind of cool little stuff. This is actually owned by another YouTuber before he sold it, and then I bought off a guy off eBay. And then when I posted a video of this a long time ago, a guy was like, "Hey, that's my knife," and I'm like, "It is actually," because a couple little imperfections in the finish are identical between our two. And since it's a prototype, I mean, come on, you know, it's the same thing. One knife that everyone's always after, and everyone always asks me to sell, and I'm not going to, and I got some good news for you, is the Bradley Chimera 2. This was the first, and let's see if we can do this here. All right, I'm not actually going to just do a simple opening, because behind the camera, this knife is heavy. This is heavy. It is thick. This is a thick knife. They're actually making a new version of the Bradley Chimera. This one was made by Kershaw for Bradley, if I remember correctly. The new one is made by Bear & Sons. Don't know how I feel about Bear & Sons, but hopefully the quality's, the quality's good. It actually has G10 liners. So it looks like a combination. I think it might be stainless and G10. I'm not 100% sure. But it is coming out soon, hopefully. And it has this look. It has a leaf blade shape and, the handles. They have it in black, green, and tan, which I'm probably going to pick up the tan when it comes out. The price on Blade HQ right now is about 110, which is not bad for a battle song, as long as the quality's up to spec. And it's a good battle song. It's just heavy, and I don't like flipping it. There's a better battle song that, we'll get to in a second, but that's later on. Piranha Bodyguard Automatic. Awesome lightweight auto. You can get these in a bunch of different colors. I opted for just the raw aluminum and then the stonewash blade. I think it looks good. I was going to get it in the green, but they were sold out, and, excuses, and there was a sale on these, so I had to buy one. But fast, lightweight auto. I don't feel as though that this is a strong automatic, but let's face it, this isn't a hard-to-use knife, okay? A dagger's not going to be hard to use. You're going to use it for, let's say, defense, which I really don't recommend using a knife for defense. Well, that's all I had in me last night when I went out, because no firearms. But it's not really, it's going to be more of an emergency type blade, okay? You're not really going to be using it all the time. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't use a dagger all the time. Anyway, get a knife philosophy. Not a knife you could use all the time is ZTO561. This is a tactical knife. This is a tactical boy. This is a beefy boy. I love that titanium, that scaling of the titanium there. Beautiful. Hinder design, this is, in my opinion, almost a better Hinder XM18. But it's a production, they don't really, I don't think they make this one anymore, actually. They might, but with the black scale. But it's a little bit bigger than the Hinder. Weighs a lot, but that blade, I mean, that's a big blade. That would do anything you need it to. I mean, this is like a tactical folder. Except, I'm not a fan of frame locks or liner locks. But hey, one bad experience with this knife will go out of order. The Emerson Cqc Seven. Had a bad experience with this opening up in my pocket. Not necessarily the knife's fault. It was kind of the way I was carrying it. But just kind of turned me off from liner locks, frame locks, all the knives that close like that. It's not that they're bad. I just had a bad experience. I'm not going to get into it because I've went into it before, but ended up cutting myself. But the Cqc 7 is a good knife. Feels rock solid. The wave feature is really cool too. If you're a fan of the wave feature, I mean, you can find separate videos on that. But basically, it'll snap open as soon as you pull it out of your pocket, which I mean is really cool as far as like a tactical situation goes. I believe these are titanium liners actually. So, not a fan of titanium liners really, because I mean, as you can see, my lockup is really late. That happens with titanium, it'll wear down against steel. Inserts or lock inserts are better. Or you should have a lock insert if you have a titanium blade. But still, Cqc 7 is loved by a lot of people, so I'm not going to really harp on it too much here. Like I said, not saying it's bad. And I got to get another Emerson to compare. Here's a Hokey XO1. Okay, that failed. Hang on. Got to redeem myself. There we go. This is a beefy Tanto. Aluminum handle. Pretty thick, actually. Thick. All these knives are thick. The blade stockiness, I don't know the exact thickness, but it is thick. And then that Tanto shape, that's one of my favorite Tantos with that extra little swedge on the top. I'm sweating bullets right now. It's hot down here. I love the look of the hardware here, where you have the tri-hardware, you have the release button, the pivot, and your lock or safety, which you can lock it, open. But I love the look because they're all radiused. It just it gives a cool little look. Hogue now makes automatic knives, so I want to get one of those and check them out. Alright, Paragon Warlock. How are we going to do this? There we go. Clamshell Dagger. I opted for red blade because why the hell not? It looks sinister, so get the red blade. Double-edged. The way this guy works. Let's make sure I got it the right way. There we go. It's a clamshell design, so you pinch, the blade falls in. Kind of a unique opener. It's hard to do on camera, but I mean, it's fun to play with. Haven't carried it because, I mean, you know, you're not going to carry this. Oh, my knees are hurting. Oh, God. No one make a joke about it. Oh, man, my knees hurt. All right, now we're moving into... Oh, actually, no, I was going to say Spyderco's. Here's Sog. Sog Aegis. Awesome Spring says, hey, what's happened to Sog? No one has Sog anymore in their videos. It's kind of funny. Like, I haven't seen Sog knives pop up in any knife collection videos, any review videos. I mean, they still make knives, and they're still good. I mean, this Aegis I used to carry all the time. Awesome Spring assisted. But I haven't seen them really recently. Oh, and by the way, that blade shape. Reminds me of Alice's Vorpal blade from Alice Madness Returns. Like a kitchen knife, basically. Awesome knife. Awesome knife. Oh, and deep carry pocket clip. Which sucks for jeans, but everything else is great. I mean, that's the epitome of deep carry there. Alright, now we're moving into Spyderco's. Now we're actually getting into the brands. Spyderco Endura 4. Huh! This knife is godly. If I had to choose one knife, this is it. Or an Endura variation, but yep, this is it. Perfect blade size, perfect handle, love the lock, fully ambidextrous opening, rock solid, weighs great, opens and closes, the speed's awesome, awesome pocket clip. I cannot say enough about Spyderco Endura 4s. There's a reason why this is, if not the most popular seller from them, one of the most popular sellers from them, and in the knife community. If you don't have an Endura 4, get one. You need one. You need an Endura 4. This should be everyone's grail knife, and they're not that expensive. They're sub 100. I mean, they're like $70, so sub 100, 70, 80. Can't remember what they're up to now, but definitely pick one of these guys up. Tons of color combinations. You can get them black, white. I got sweat dripping down my back now. Wow, dear Lord, I'm getting too worked up about this thing. Definitely check these out. Because I also have another variation of this. If you want waved, you got this wave. You got a wave, son. Look at that. Waved Endura 4. Woo! This isn't full flat ground, but you know, it's kind of, yeah, the blade's a little squish, but that's because they need to cut out for the wave. Oh, and you can faux wave these if you put a zip tie around the spider hole. So, but I don't like the dark blue handle on this one now. So it'd be nice to kind of switch the scales out for like pink, because pink is more manly. But still, waved Endura 4. Get all the positives about the Endura with the wave feature. You can also get the Delica, which we'll get into Delica in a second. But then if you want Endura and you want rust proof, the Pacific Salt. It's pretty much the Endura 4, except with H1 steel. Completely rust-proof. And a little bit lighter because it doesn't have liners. So it's not as strong of a knife, but rust-proof. Rust-proof, boy! Give yourself a Pacific Salt. And then, you want a smaller one? You got the Delica 4. This is the mini Endura. Okay? I made a video on this, so check that out. Give me some more views, some AdSense money! This is an awesome knife also, because if you don't want as big of a dust on a blade. Oh, that's spit, actually. I'm too excited. I'm spitting all over my blade. If you don't want as big of a knife as the Endura, get yourself a Delica. And they make these in waved. And every single color combination you can think of. This is a Spyderco infomercial. Look at this. See that clip? I've carried it so much, that clip's starting to get all dingied up. I'm going to need a Ding King. I'm going to need Ding King for my knees. Dang it. Oh, God. And then, if you... getting tired out now. It's all that caffeine. I can't remember the name of this. Spyderco Sage 1. More of a gentleman's folder. Got yourself some carbon fiber handles here. Awesome size knife, a little bit on the small side, but in an office setting, you don't want anyone to call the cops on you when you're just trying to open up your whatever people eat in the offices. Wire pocket clip, more tailored to a suit, but still awesome knife, fast, and you can Spidey flick it. So yeah, definitely awesome knife. I believe they still make this one. And then, you want something even smaller? I got something smaller for you. Spyderco infomercial. Spyderco Techno. Okay, I can't open it. There we go. Little chubby knife. Tiny little blade. I can't remember the steel in half these. I think the Enduras and stuff are VG10. This is S30V, something like that. Titanium handles. Custom flame anode. I gotta change out that blue black spacer. That blue black spacer. Blue back spacer, because it's too blue. Da-da-dee-da-da-da, I'm blue, da-da. Yeah, whatever. So, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, titanium flame anode by me. Just take a torch and burn the hell out of it, and looks this way. Kind of cool. My mom's favorite knife that I actually own here. Oh, that's why you need lock bar overextender, because I kind of bent the liner a little too far, or the frame. Boy, yeah, awesome. And then, wait, there's more. Oh yeah, the Spyderco Tenacious. No collection would be complete without the Tenacious, and I can't, come on. There we go. Spyderco Tenacious. Now, I had one of these, voice crack. I had one of these that was kind of garbage. This one's really good, so, you know, kind of seems like a 50-50. I probably just got a lemon. I do have to move to pocket clip because I'm not a fan of tip down at all. But still, for the price, these are good. But I'd say save up a little bit more and get Endura. Just my opinion, okay? I like Lockback better. But your mealage may vary. Now we're getting into Benchmade. Benchmade is probably my favorite knife company now. One of them. I mean, Spyderco, Benchmade, they're all good. But I love Benchmade. And this is the Benchmade Reptilian. Just standard 154 cm. And something about the axis locks that's just awesome. I mean, you can play with these all day. If I can get it in camera, there we go. Axis locks are just awesome. I love the feel of the Reptilian handles. They just fill your hand out. I mean, it's like, you go stab some. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Now I'm getting a little excited here. Okay. Let's tone it down about 50 notches. Awesome handles. Fill your hand out. They got a little bit of a bulge texture. Okay. And that just fills your hand out really well. This is a hard use knife, I feel. I've heard people having issues with the Omega springs in the thingies, the lock, axis lock, but I haven't had any issues. I've had this knife for a long while, so, you know. Oh, and good pocket clip. I mean, it can be a little bit on the loose side, but, you know, and this doesn't have their dick clip, which I think the next knife does. Yeah. Dick clip. This is the Benchmade 530. This is like a mini dagger. This is one of my, or is this my most recent Benchmade? I think so. I believe they're discontinued actually, but I was able to pick one up from Knife Art. So go to Knife Art and check it out and buy it. I don't make any money off this, but you know. But this one's nice and fast, lightweight, really thin. This is one of the thinnest knives I own. It weighs like sub 2 ounces, and for the size, I mean, it's awesome. And you got the axis lock. This one, I don't like this axis lock as much, just because there's no nub really to grab onto, so you got to use 2 fingers to do it. But you know, for the size of it and you know the slimness profile, it's awesome. I think here's where my gotta show it again. Benchmade Ruckus 2 would go. That empty spot. Benchmade Infidel. That's just fun. One of the smoothest double action OTFs I own. $400. You could buy yourself a Glock with that price for that much money. Still can't carry it because double edge OTFs are illegal in Michigan still. Even though autos are illegal, you can't carry this. But hey, I mean, once they legalize them, I'm gonna carry this guy. Just double edge dagger OTF. You gotta own one of these. Next knife is technically a Benchmade. As a Benchmade, or the H&K Axis, made by Benchmade for H&K. Benchmade doesn't make H&K knives anymore. I believe Hogue does. No. Does Hogue make them? Hogue makes SIG. Who makes H&K? I can't remember. But still, I carry this knife all the time. I used to carry, this was like the only knife I carried because it's heavy, but this is rock solid. I mean, if you think that a Reptilian's rock solid, I mean, this is even more rock solid. Because the liners, I don't even think, oh, they are skeletonized. Wow, okay, they're skeletonized liners, but it doesn't feel like it. I mean, D2 steel, this is a heavy-duty knife. If I was in the middle of Afghanistan, I'd probably carry this. Actually, I gotta switch these two, because this is technically Benchmade. Benchmade should go here, and then we should start that. This is my Benchmade 51 Morpho. See if we can do some sort of trick. Okay, that was bad, but Blade HQ exclusive. Love this thing. Probably the prettiest knife I own. Battle songs are just fun. Kind of want to get some more, but you know, I want to get a standard Morpho. Dang, we're coming up to 24 minutes already. All right, I just spliced the video there because I was going to run out of time on my camera. We were on the Microtech Socom Elite, my first high-end knife I actually bought. They started making the Socom Elites again. I want to pick one of those up, but this one's just an awesome. One of the old school ones. You got your tan handle, carbon fiber inlays. Just awesome. Awesome speed. Love the click it makes. Microtech Vector. My 666 knife. It's not going to focus, but maybe you can see there. Serial number 666. Come on. It's really not going to focus. But yeah, awesome knife. Love the look of this thing. Makes a great sound when it comes out. This one says like 99. It was made in 1999. So old knife, but still fun. Microtech LUDT. Auto, yeah. This is an awesome knife. The tolerances are a little bit too tight in my opinion though, because when you close it, if you're not careful, you have to give an extra push. There you go, for the button to click out. So just something to be mindful of, but still strong auto, fires hard. Awesome design. A little bit on the slick side, but fits nice in the pants pocket. And very useful blade shape. And plus it's Microtech. What do you expect? And then, Microtech Ultratech, double-edged monkey frag pattern exclusive. Ooh, gotta re-oil this guy up. This one's a little stiff when I first got it, but fires hard. Ultratechs are just awesome. I love my Ultratechs because we have another one. Another Microtech Ultratech. This one with the Tanto blade. Reminds me of like a folding katana, or not a folding, but like basically if you had a katana that was an OTF, this would be it, because that's what it is. This is a newer version with the radius thumbs or actuation button, which I think works really well. Just grabs your finger. Really nice. Got your glass breaker and all that fun stuff. Awesome pocket clip. Definitely recommend checking out Microtech Ultratechs if you can legally own autos where you live. Now we're moving on to Crkt. Crkt M1610KZ. Awesome knife, bought this a long time ago. Still a fun little knife. Has the auto lock system right here, where you have to pull that back before you unlock it. You can still, I believe these are still for sale. Pretty much a flipper only. Thumb studs really don't work, but fast flipper, nice little knife for like sub $20. Definite one to add to your collection. And we have the Crkt Walmart Ripple. Fast knife, IKBS, aluminum handles. I've actually cut myself on this knife because it's so fast, I have to be careful. But, I mean, it's just, you barely put any pressure on that and it pops out. Very nice. Crkt Hiho. There's a Hisatsu, and the Hiho is its little brother. This is a fast knife. I mean, you can feel, it's assisted, so you can feel it resonating even after you open it, because the springs, it uses a torsion bar in the, inside it, so it's technically not a spring. Has the lock system, not the auto locks. I wish this had the auto locks, but hey, can't have everything, right? But definitely fast little knife. This goes great with a suit because the handles are more slick. It just kind of is more of, I guess, a gentleman's tactical. But definitely an awesome little pickup. About 30. Crkt Drifter. One of the earlier knife pickups I had. This is just like a little utility. It's like 17, I think. For the price, it's great. G10 handles, liner lock. Not going to be a hard use tactical or anything, but come on. I failed terribly. Alright, let's do a shake open. Nope, didn't work. Okay, screw it. We're done. We're done with that. One Crkt that I do kind of regret buying is the Crkt Persian. It's supposedly a gentleman's folder, but I mean, it kind of looked cool in the catalog. I pre-ordered it, and then, not really thrilled about it, but it still is in a collection, It does kind of got its own little charm to it, but I mean, as far as useful, thumb stud doesn't work really good, so it's just a gentleman's folder, I guess. You can toss in your pocket. Not really recommended. Now moving on to Cold Steel. All the two Cold Steels I have here. You have the Pro Light, Triad Lock, Tanto. For like a $20 knife, this thing's awesome. Lightweight grivery, I believe they use in the handle. Good pocket clip. Strong lockup. Give it a little bit of wrist tension. It's pretty fast. Definitely a good Tanto. I want to get one of the Recon ones. I've wanted one for a long time, just haven't pulled the trigger on it. So, one of these days I will. Then the Cold Steel Tie Light, one of the first Cold Steels I've actually owned. Fast, liner lock, kind of stiletto design. Pops out, barely any thumb pressure. One of the fastest knives I actually own. And you can kind of, do it one-handed there. And it also has the rip-off Emerson wave feature, sort of. You snag it in your pocket. You'll tear the hell out of your pockets, but hey, you'll get the knife open, so... what's more important, being able to cut open your bag of Cheetos, fast, or, your pants. And this is a Ravencrest Tactical, I can't remember the exact designation, RC1. It's like the mini version. I want to make a video on Ravencrest. I got some things to say, my opinions, but we're not going to get into them here. As far as, like, the knife goes itself, decent, decent OTF. Haven't had any issues with it. Fires pretty fast, pretty good. But the price point and their advertising stuff, that's kind of where I have an issue with. But glass breaker, pocket clip, decent little small auto. Now that's pretty much all my knees. Dang it! That's pretty much all the knives. Oh, you have a couple pens, so you can tune out for this if you want. But I still think pens are cool, as far as like tactical pens go. This is the Hinder Extreme, or I believe this is the Hinder Extreme. Can't remember the exact name. It's a Hinder pen. Nice. Nice pen, kind of looks funky with that cap on the back, but aluminum bodied, Fisher Space refill. You know, tactical pens are more used for like self-defense or Kubotans if you wanted to. You know, you could smack someone with that. I think they're just kind of cool. It's different instead of, you know, carrying around like your standard big pen or, you know, the one that says like, you know, Federal Credit Union or something on it. You know, it's just kind of fun to have a more special pen. Something like this Matthew Martin click pen, or Matthew Martin click. Silent clicky mechanism. Kind of cool. Carbon fiber barrel. Barrels and copper. I mean, just really cool. I believe Monkey Edge still actually sells these. Kind of an expensive pen, but just kind of, you know, an overall cool piece to have. Fisher Space refill. Great. There's my phone. A little bit cheaper. Smith & Wesson tactical pen. You know, put the Fisher Space refill in here. This is something that you could like carry around and not really care if like you lost it or if it did like get broken or confiscated. I've heard that you can actually take tactical pens on airplanes. I wouldn't really test that. I definitely wouldn't carry anything that said Smith & Wesson on it onto an airplane. Someone's going to be like, okay, what is that? Here's a CRKT Teo pen. Carry this all the time. One of the best tactical pens. This is probably, well, this is actually my most used one, as you can tell by the wear on it. They stopped making this one actually, but I love it. You got your crown there. What else do you got? And it's closed. Makes a nice squeak sound. Got your striking edge there. The Lishwich symbol. It's not going to focus on it, but... And then all this wear that I got on it. I mean, this is heavily carried. The threads are all stripped down, but it still works. You know, I still love it. And the one I've been carrying around a lot right now is a Hinder Investigator. The Spiral Copper. Very small pen, but in copper, I mean, it weighs a ton. It's something like 8,000 ounces, but definitely an awesome little pen. Not much bigger than the Fisher refill that goes in it. I can show you that here. See, look at this. It's not much bigger than a refill, but still, awesome little pen. I'm a big fan of copper. I mean, and you could use this, okay, if you wanted to in self-defense, but not really recommended something that small. But yeah, so that's it. That's an update on the collection. Not some new stuff, not a ton of new stuff, but I kind of got it organized. I do need another case because obviously I don't have enough room with all this extra garbage that goes in here now. There's just a little too much hanging around. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, put a like on it, like, favorite, subscribe, give me a bunch of money, donate to my Patreon. I don't have a Patreon. I should get a Patreon. Would people donate to it? Probably not. I mean, people hate me. I'm like the infamous knife guy on YouTube now. But hey, you know, it's kind of fun. You know, you get so much hate that you become famous for the hate. It's kind of like Justin Bieber. Take care.